Hi guys. So I know it's been a very long time since I've done a video, but I got a job. And I'm not going to say where I work. I'm not going to say the hours I work, and I'm not going to say the days I work for privacy reasons. But I got a job, and I work there almost all of the time. I freaking got off of work too not that long ago. But anyways, I work a lot. And I don't have time to do anything. So I have time now, before I go to bed, to read you guys another chapter. But it's been so long that I don't even know what chapter we're on. Do I have a bookmark in here? I have a bookmark in here. Thank goodness. So we're going to read this. Alrighty, here we go. This one is called Chapter 8, Will. It says, I carefully shade Barb's hair, leaning back to look at the drawing I dyed of her holding a pitchfork. As I'm nodding in contentment, my phone begins vibrating noisily on my desk, making the colored pencils dance. It's Stella on FaceTime. Surprised, I reach over to pause the Pink Floyd song on my computer, swiping right to answer the call. I knew it, she says as her wide eyes come into view. Where's your Aflo vest? You weren't supposed to take it off for another 15 minutes. And did you take your Siren? I'll bet that's a no. I'm going to use this. I bought it off of Temu. It's a little light thingy. Put it like that for absolutely anything. Temu doesn't work anymore. It's a scam for the black market where they take all your information. But this is the last order I ever made, so yeah. But here we go. I fake an audio muted voice. We're sorry, you have reached a number that is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this recording in error, you can't be trusted, she says, cutting into my killer impression. So here's how things is going to work. We'll do our treatments together, so I know you're really doing them. I tucked the pencil I was using behind my ear, playing it cool, always looking for ways to spend more time with me. She hangs up, but for just a second, I swear I saw her smile. Interesting. We stay on Skype for most of the next 2 days, and surprisingly, it's not all breaking orders. She shows me her technique for taking pills with chocolate pudding, which is freaking genius and delicious. We breathe in our nasal bleeds and do our IVF drips and mark off treatments and meds together in her app. But Stella was right a few days ago. For some reason, me doing my treatments is helping her to relax. Gradually, she's becoming less and less uptight. And I won't lie, even after 2 days, it was easier to get out of bed in the morning. I'm for sure breathing better. On the afternoon of the second day, I start to put on my Aflo vest, jumping in surprise when Barb busts through the door, ready for the usual 4 o'clock fight that we have ours for it. She always wins the brawl to get in on after threatening to confine me in isolation, but that doesn't stop me from trying to get out of it. I slam my laptop down abruptly, ending my Skype call with Stella as Barb and I stare at each other in a classic old Western standoff. She looks for the Aflo vest to me, and her face melting away into a shocked expression. I don't believe my eyes. You're putting on your Aflo vest. I shrug like it's no big deal, glancing at the computer to double check that everything is hooked up right. It looks fine to me, but it's definitely been a while since I've done this myself. It's 4 o'clock, isn't it? She rolls her eyes and pins me with a look. Leave it on for the whole time, she says before sliding out the door. The door is barely closed before I fling my laptop open, calling Stella on Skype as I lie upside down off my bed, pink bad pen in one hand for mucus disposal. Hey, sorry about that, Barb, I start to say when she picks up my voice, trailing off when I notice the dejected expression on her face, her full lips turning down into frown as she stares at her phone. You okay? Yeah, she says, looking up at me and taking a deep breath. My entire class is in Cabo for our school's senior trip. She turns her phone around to show me an Instagram picture of a group of people wearing bathing suits and sunglasses and hats posing happily on a Sunday beach. sandy beach. She shrugs, putting her phone down. I can hear her vest vibrating through the computer, the steady hum in time with mine. It's just a little bummed I'm not there. I get that, I say, thinking of Jason and Hope and all that I've missed out on these past few months, living vicariously through their texts and social media feeds. I planned the whole thing this year too, she says, which almost done. Doesn't surprise me. She's probably planned every step she's ever taken. And your parents, they'd let you go? I asked, curious, even before the big captain. My mom would have axed the idea. Vacations from school have always been needle times for me. She nods, courteously flinging her eyes at my question. Of course, if I was healthy enough, wouldn't yours? Nah, unless of course a hospital there is claiming to have some new medical stem called therapy to cure B. capta. I sit up and cough a whole bunch of mucus into my bedpan. Grimacing, I lie back down. I remember why I keep talking this off before it could really get going. Besides, it's beautiful there. You've been. What was it like? She asked eagerly, pulling the laptop closer. The blurry memory swims into focus, and I could see my dad standing next to me on the beach, the tide pulling at our feet, our toes digging into the sand. Yeah, I went with my mom when I was little before he left. I'm too caught up in the memory to process what I'm saying, but the word dad feels weird on my tongue. Why did I tell her that? I never tell anyone that. I don't think I've ever mentioned my dad in years. She opens her mouth to say something, but I quickly change the subject back to Cabo Sanctuary. This isn't about him. The beaches are nice. The weather is crystal clear. Plus, everyone is super, super friendly and chill. I see the dejection in her eyes growing over my rousing review, so I throw in a random fact I heard on the Travel Channel. Oh man, but the currents are so strong there, you almost never get a chance to swim, except for maybe like an hour or 2 days every day. Or two every day. You just broil on the beach most of the time since you can't go in the water. Really, she asked, looking skeptical but grateful at my attempt. I nod eagerly, watching as some of the sadness slides off her face. We vibrate away, a comfortable silence settling over us, except of course for the occasional hacking up of a lung. After we finish using our Aflo vest, Stella hangs up to give her mom a call and to check in on her friends in Cabo, vowing to call me back in time for our nighttime pills. The hours pass slowly without her smiling face on the other side of my computer screen. I eat dinner and draw and watch YouTube videos just like I used to do to kill time per Stella's intervention. But it all feels extra boring now. No matter what I do, I catch myself glancing at my computer screen, waiting for the Skype call to come in as the seconds tick by at a glance pace. My phone vibrates noisily next to me, and I look over, but it's just a notification from our app telling me it's time to take my nighttime meds and set up my G-tube feeding. I look behind me at my bedside table where I've already laid out a chocolate pudding cup and my meds ready to be taken like clockwork. My computer screen lights up Stella's long-awaited call coming in. I hover over the accept button, stifling my smile as I wait a few seconds to pick up my fingers tapping away on the trackpad. I click accept and fake a big yawn when her face appears on my screen, casually glancing at my phone. Is it time for the nighttime meds already? She gives me a big smile. Don't give me that. I see your pills behind you on your bedside table. Embarrassed, I open my mouth to say something, but shake my head, letting her have just this one. We take our meds together, then get our tube feeding bags out to set up for the night. After pouring the formulas in, we hang the bags, attach the tubing, and adjust the pump rate for how long we'll be asleep. I fumble with mine and glance over at Stella's to make sure I'm doing it right. It's been a minute since I've done it myself. After that, we prime the plump to get all the air out our eyes, meeting as we wait for the formula to make its way down the tube. I start to whistle the Jeopardy theme song while we wait, which makes her laugh. Don't look, she says. When the formula gets to the end of the tube, she lifts her shirt up just high enough to attach her G-tube. I look away, hiding a grin, and now sharply fixing the best I can while I lift up my shirt and attach the tube to the button sticking out of my admin. I don't know what that word means. Admin. I think admin's the word. If anybody knows what admin means, let me know in the comments. Glancing up, I catch her eye through the video chat. Take a picture, it'll last longer, I say, pulling down my shirt as she rolls her eyes. Her cheeks are just the tiniest bit red. I sit down on my bed, pulling my laptop closer to her. She yawns, taking her burn out, her long brown hair falling gently down over her shoulders. I try not to stare, but she looks good, more like her videos, relaxed, happy. You should get some sleep, I say, as she rubs her eyes sleepily. You had a packed few days of bossing me around. She laughs, nodding. Good night, Will. Night, Stella, I say, hesitating before pressing the end call button and closing my laptop. I lie back, putting my heads behind my head, the room seeming uncomfortably quiet, even though it's still just me in here. But as I roll over and turn out the light, I realize for the first time in a long time, I don't really feel lonely. And that will be the end of chapter 8, and chapter 9 is next. But like I said, I have a job now and I work there almost all the time, so I don't know when I'll have time to post again, but hopefully this will make up for me not posting in like a month. I am sorry about that, guys, but having a job keeps you busy. I'm there very early until late, but obviously not very late, but late. But I will post again when I can. Until then, I will see you guys next time. Bye.